Hello and welcome to All Shorts. And I don't know if you heard, but Mark Zuckerberg has clearly kissed that chocolate starfish of Donald Trump, or is it Elon Musk? Either way, there'll be no cage fighting. No. Well, unfortunately, for those of you who use the meta platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, well, mainly actually, I would say probably Facebook and Threads. You might want to think again. You might want to think, hang on, what are the alternatives? MySpace, maybe. Is that still a thing? Or Blue Sky, for instance, because that's what I use. I use Blue Sky. I don't use X anymore. I'm not on Threads anyway. I signed up and I haven't done anything on there, so I was a bit uneasy about it. And there's also that other one, so other weird one, it's called now. But yeah, it's I feel this is deeply troubling. I do, because so many families, so many people are heavily reliant on Facebook. Now, I came off Facebook quite a long while ago now, but I still use their messenger service because my kids might have it because they use it all. My wife still, she's a bit of a technophobe. She still uses it. So for me, it was I just sort of kept on there, but you only use WhatsApp. But that's a part of the metaverse, isn't it? That's a part of Mark Zuckerberg's, But to be fair, I don't seem to get pushed anything through that, so that is okay. But I think, but we don't know what the future holds, do we? You see, the thing is, the online safety bill that should be coming into fruition. I thought it actually was on 23rd of October, actually, when it all passed, but apparently there's more to be done there. That includes elements like where the government wants to have some sort of back door. They're not that back door, no. No. Some sort of backdoor access into WhatsApp, but Signal and WhatsApp have both said, well, no, that goes against our policies. It effectively would actually make it pointless. The whole idea of having an encrypted service have some privacy. But there again, on the other hand, if you say about these so-called rape grooming gangs, which definitely exist, whether or not they're all Pakistani men, I think is that sounds pretty racist to me, to be honest. But there are problems that need to be addressed. We might talk about that a bit later in this stream. At the moment, I'm more interested about Mark Zuckerberg and how he's flipped, really, and quite frankly, especially what you consider what Elon Musk has done to the X platform. I mean Twitter. Now X. Oh dear, what an absolute disaster that has turned out to be. It really has. And I find it all very, very sad, actually, because a lot of people, they do enjoy these platforms, and whether it be for seeing fluffy pussycats and stuff, or whether it's politics. I tend to use it for politics, and I did used to use Twitter a lot, and it was really useful. But once Elon Musk took over, and he realised that I was tweeting nasty things about Elon Musk, all of a sudden I just wasn't. He put me in the box, basically. I got shadow banned, like so many people. If you speak up against Elon Musk, his freedom of speech means absolutely nothing unless it's his freedom of speech, which is about right. And it's something I haven't done. I haven't checked. During these hard times, we all need not that. No, I need to bring up my live. There we go. Speech means absolutely nothing. This is an absolute massive mistake on Mark Zuckerberg's harp. I got his video that is a video address to the people of the metaverse. Yes. Mark Zuckerberg. Oh my God, you know what? Elon Musk just called the leader of the Liberal Democrat Party snivelling little weasel or something to those lines, because he stood up again. Yeah, he spoke out against Elon Musk. I have to admit, he's Mark Zuckerberg is a bit of a creep, isn't he? There's something really not right about him. He's really creepy. I think he finds it extremely difficult as well, actually putting his face out there. I don't think he finds it very comfortable. Elon Musk, he just laps it up because he thinks he's wonderful, doesn't he? Like Donald Trump. They're narcissists, aren't they? I don't think Mark Zuckerberg is comfortable doing that kind of thing at all. He just does it because he has to. It's kind of expected of him. End of the day, he's one of the richest men, the 12 richest men in the United States who have now racked up a net worth around $2 trillion, which seems to me a little bit, how to put much. And if we don't address these people, we're now going to address the problems in the world in the sense of the economy. If we don't sort that out, we just, end of the day, stored wealth does not enter the system. It doesn't go back into society. It just doesn't. And that's an issue. If you want to have a functioning society where you've got services and healthcare and people are healthy, eating well, and what have you, and not constantly getting ripped off, you need to have that money circulating as it's supposed to. After all, they did tell us about this trickle-down economy, didn't they? Which is doing, well, isn't doing that. So many people just find it so hard to get by these days, just the basics. And it's hard for them. It really is hard. And will they ever, will these platforms ever really face up to their responsibilities? I don't think so. In fact, I think we're going to be seeing a darn sight worse than what we've already seen over the next decade or so. I'll be gone for any positive changes are made. I think that's actually going to take. I think it's going to take civil war. I really do. I know I shouldn't say that, but I actually think people are going to get so pissed off with all this, the way things are heading. The only way we're going to sort this out, do anything about this, chop off heads, have a revolution, have a Bastille. We can have our own Bastille Day. We have to build the Bastille first, but after all, let's be honest, the MAGA lot, they did manage to build some gallows, didn't they? For January the 6th, which there was the anniversary of, yesterday. I was going to do a video and I forgot. I absolutely forgot. I was so much on my plate yesterday. But it's embarrassing, isn't it? It's embarrassing for decent Americans and what have you, and to see embarrassing. Is it embarrassing, or is it just, it's utterly depressing? And you think you've got some form of democracy, and then Donald Trump comes along and absolutely pulls the whole thing apart. And it's getting worse. He's getting his talons into everybody now, including Mark Zuckerberg and the geezer from ChatGPT and flipping. No, they're all going up there and kissing her and going to Mar-a-Lago, have a bit of a party and that. Bill Gates, all up there. And now Mark Zuckerberg has made I think this is a massive mistake for that platform when you consider what's happened to X. So-called freedom of speech in name only, where it's removing all fact-checking from the site. Now, they use a third-party company, so you wouldn't hear about job losses or anything like that from Meta itself, because they were using another company to do that. But they cancelled that contract now, and it's I imagine it's compensation that had to be paid and stuff like that. But anyway, they cancelled that contract, and now there's going to be no fact checking in the across the whole platform, not just Facebook, but right across the whole the metaverse. Which is dangerous. Now all we're going to get now is community notes like you got on the X platform. Well, we see what's happening on there. Now I don't know about you. I've shared actually a video about this before, actually, where I just got so much porn, some of it hardcore porn, coming up in my my Twitter feed, my X feed, and it's just one after the other, oh, for God's sake, and it's one of the platforms which were one of the worst platforms for spreading not just adult porn but child porn as well. And then there's Elon Musk criticising Jess Phillips, where his very own platform is actually spreading it. Because he doesn't want to do anything about it. Relying on individuals, eventually his accounts get deleted, they're gone, and then all of a sudden a whole new ones pop up. It's the same old story, bots after bots after bots. It's all they are, porn bots, a bit like the Musk bot. Because this one seems like every time you go on that platform, all you get driven down next load of right-wing propaganda from Elon Musk, or stuff about his rockets. Hey, look at me! I built a rocket. No, he didn't. Good people built the rockets who work for you, fools, but you know. You are a awful excuse of a human being. What you said about Jess Phillips was not just underhanded, it was unnecessary, totally inaccurate. I did a video about this book already, but totally inaccurate. And it's just not. I just find what actually possessed them to do that. You're not going to try and tell me it's because the Oldham case now, because they said not to have another investigation when they've already had a 7-year-long investigation that cost 200 million quid. All these investigations are these so-called really they're ways of kicking the can down the road and not actually dealing with the issue. They know in many cases who a lot of these people are. You really just need to kick their doors and deal with it. But there's things called laws and rules and shit in them and procedure. But as far as a lot of these, it's like I know, like the oh crikey, what was it called again? The COVID inquiry and what have you. What was that really? Nothing come of it. All it was a way of and Partygate, as a way for Boris Johnson to delay it. So all this stuff is just. It might not be our problem, 7 years for an inquiry. 7 years. And now they talk about doing another one. Nigel Farage will pay for it. So he says. I'm sure I can raise the money, he says. You're not going to have any jurisdiction. You're not going to be able to question anyone under oath for anything. You won't gain anything. You'll be biased. It's going to... No. It's just ridiculous. What they need to be doing, which has already been said, they need to deal with the first inquiry first, implement what needs to be done, and now it looks like Labour might actually start doing that. I think it's a case of they didn't really know, to be honest. I think they had a lot on their plate just recently, hadn't they? Flipping now, dealing with right-wing propaganda and all the other crap. Some of it's self-inflicted, I must say, on the party, because they've got no marketing skills whatsoever. They ain't got an idea how to approach the people. Although I have to admit, Keir Starmer's speech yesterday, when he's talking about Jess Phillips, what have you, and people like Elon Musk, he generalised it across the board, and he had a point there, I suppose. But let's be honest, the one who instigated it was Elon Musk, just like Nigel Farage in the Farage riots. And considering somebody, what's his name actually, down there we go. Andrew McIntyre has just got a 7-year sentence for organising the Farage riots, which apparently it appears that these Farage riots, not so-called hashtag Farage riots, these Farage riots, I think he's saying it, were planned, and they're just waiting for the opportunity, the right moment, And obviously, there's 3 little girls who got murdered, and after what Andrew Tate had said to Nigel Farage, which Nigel Farage then platformed as well, and needless to say, a load of people riled up against it, and they used it. They weaponised it. Now, the people in that town were brilliant. They fought against it, basically. And there was counter-protests and stuff like that as well, but also the clean-up that they did afterwards, after these flipping riots and the damage to people's property and what have you, hadn't they got enough to deal with? Didn't they have enough to deal with? People that children of friends and family and what have you, people they knew, their kids went to school with, what have you, and then you get these right-wing nutters who do deserve to go to jail. And who else needs to go to jail? Nigel Farage, because he promoted it. He promoted it on the basis of a right-wing nut job who happens to live in Romania with his brother and is under house arrest. I just think, what? It's just mental. Now, Nigel Farage is just, he got attacked by Andrew Tate, because Nigel Farage blamed Andrew Tate after the fact, and now Nigel Farage he got attacked by Tommy Robinson, and now he's got attacked by Elon Musk just recently. Yes, Elon Musk just dumped Nigel Farage. And so he should. Everyone's dumped Nigel Farage, but also he should be dumping Elon Musk. He should boycott anything to do with Elon Musk. That man is dangerous. Absolutely dangerous. There's no reason. There is no reason. The cars are shit anyway. They're like flipping car bombs. There's no reason. Well, just avoid them. Or at least get yourself a bumper sticker. Says, I bought my Tesla before Elon Musk went crazy. And people are, so they should. But everywhere, right across the board, where major platforms, corporations, and what have you, have kissed that ring in the United States, sucking up to Donald Trump, or should I say President-elect, and Elon Musk, maybe. All these people who are sucking up to these individuals they are a major part of the problem. Instead of actually pushing back, which is what they should be doing, they're embracing them, emboldening these what can you call it, asswipes? These chocolate starfish sucklers, I don't know. it's just, I don't know. I really don't know where we're going to go from here, because all I can see is that we're just going to be in a situation where it's going to get worse, unfortunately. And I don't think it's a case of omelette and eggs. Oh, you got to break the helmet. Yeah, break the bricks to make an omelette. I think it's a case of breaking the helmet. I think it's a case of we're going to be slipping right down until the whole thing crashes. And that's including the economy. The UK, for instance, is heading for major stagflation. It's what, stocks in the UK is. So many businesses, industries are removing stocks from the United Kingdom because our economy's shot. They're either going to the Netherlands or places like that, and also to the United States, where they feel more secure. So that's not good news. And we got that, and also the fact that China's selling off the gilts, devaluing them, and also Japan and other countries as well following suit, which is making it very hard for the United Kingdom to be able to borrow money at the normal rate. It's not worth anything. It's worth less, you see. The bonds are worth less, or the yields, they're worth less. So it makes it very difficult for Rachel Reeves to be able to borrow enough money to do what she needs to do. And it's getting worse all the time. Every day I read up, follow it online, whatever, on stocks and money, and it's just like, it's looking bad. It's really bad. I'm deeply concerned. I am really, really deeply concerned, and it's where do you go from this? It's not just in the UK though. This is pretty much going on everywhere. And when you consider we prop each other's economies up because we are a global economy, whatever way you look at it, there isn't no other way of looking at it. Because at the end of the day, we require stuff that other countries make, or spy, minerals and shit like that. And unless we'll sit with my hands crossed, said Scrilly Prepper Lifestyle. Does not want to break the rules. Don't break the rules. So, I just find it deeply concerning. I'm with you guys and girls in the UK. I'm also here. It affects us all. It affects everyone. I don't think we really have really accepted what's actually going to be coming our way. And with Donald Trump and the flipping presidency in the United States on top of that, oh my God, we are going to be finding that out the hard way. So it's maybe Denmark. So Donald Trump has just threatened Denmark. He'll impose sanctions on them if you don't sell us Greenland. I thought it'd be up to the people of Greenland, the Greenagians, whatever you call it. Anyway, the people of Greenland, I'm sure they get a say, wouldn't they? Would it have to be a referendum or something? What the heck? I know you got what's gone on in Canada, and Justin Trudeau's just resigned. We don't really know what went on there. There's been a hell of a lot of script going on behind the scenes. But yeah, he's just resigned, and now Donald Trump is quite happy that Pierre Poilievre, or anyway, guys who of the opposition party, who is a Trump supporter, is also throwing about the idea of becoming a 51st state of the United States. I thought that was going to be Greenland. I thought it was going to be Britain. I don't know. England, little England. God, shouldn't Scots have something to say about that? They've had enough of Donald Trump up there, haven't they? Blimey. Anyway, should I check the chat? I ain't done that yet. Let's see who's there. If you want to support the channel, you do it on Patreon, at Bars Coffee, but please boop the old like button. There you go. That one, I guess. There you go. Hello, Madman. Hope you're well, my friend. Howdy, just passing through. Hello, Ari, hope you're well. Through, want to remind you, you're beautiful and you're doing a great job. Ooh. And no matter how tricky some days seem. Yeah, well, you laugh at that, but I get so down sometimes. I really do. And this is kind of a way for me to deal with it. You know, I just saw what's going on today with it's a way for me to vent. I think that's what it is, to vent. So I saw what's going on with Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook. Like I say, I've got his where is it? I put on his serve. There you go. His little video state of him. A little video clip there. Which I'll play for it. It's 5 minutes long, but we'll see how boring it gets, and then we can criticise it. I only watched the first little bit, so I don't know. It's quite painful. But anyway, so, once I knew about that, I was just crying. I can't believe this. It's just getting from bad to worse. You know, this Trumpism, it's just taken over, and it ain't good. It just ain't good. I really feel for the United States at the moment. I feel for some people were seriously depressed yesterday. You know, and also when Jimmy Carter died, I obviously knew about Jimmy Carter, but I didn't realise what a great man he was. You know, especially once he was out of the White House. But it's just things he's done. And anyone who lends a hand to a bit of carpentry, I've got no problem with that. Well, he seems a genuinely decent person. Probably too good, maybe, to be the president of the United States. Maybe. Because a lot of people have a lot of nasty things to say about him. I don't know why, because I haven't really followed it to that degree, but I did read quite a bit about him afterwards, and I have to admit, I was taken back. It was quite emotional, actually, I'll be honest with you. It's just how I love people who actually it's one thing handing money over, isn't it? Inflammatory and all that, that's just easy. People with loads of money, that's easy. You know, people like Elon Musk, no, he actually doesn't do it, does he? You know, people like Bill Gates, when they hand out money to organisations, it's good that they do it, don't get me wrong. But that is just easy. They're not actually getting their hands dirty. But someone who actually puts himself out there to do good, to help people, I think that is to be commended massively. More than any of these people who just hand out loads of cash, you know. Because the cash comes easy to them, doesn't it? You know, he just makes them more. And they do just that. Just make more and more and more. And it's just... It's nice that they do, though, if I'm wrong. But, although Elon Musk is pretty fucking, that's my French, is pretty darn tight. He really is. So anyway, there we go. Let's get down the bottom this time. So you'd prefer Kamala's leadership? Oh my God, wouldn't I just? Not about prefer, it's just common sense. Now, if anyone had looked at her, they analysed her economic plan and put it against Donald Trump's, oh my giddy aunt. Hers was going to be sort of relatively stable, sort of a little bit of fluctuation. Donald Trump's was just going to plummet. Not just with the tariffs were going to do a certain amount of damage, but actually the exploitation of, or deportations of so-called undocumented migrants, the so-called illegals, you know. And that would have absolutely devastated your economy. This terrified there. Oh my God, they lost his plot. And for Christ's sake, the man is talking. Of course, I would prefer a leadership. He's talking about taking over Canada. He's talking about taking over the Panama Canal. He's talking about taking over flipping Greenland by force if necessary. Come on, the man tells us, oh, well, we're not going to, put boots on the ground and here, there, and everywhere. But you're talking about, oh, for God's sake, I can't get over it. Is this just for sound bites, mate? I don't know. Does he actually mean it? I don't know. But the fact he's saying it, and he shouldn't. He's supposed to be responsible. But now he just creates turmoil and disruption and stresses people out. You know, some people have a hard enough time in life as it is. They don't need that aggravation, that worry, that concern. Besides, who wants this flippin' orange thing? Really? You know, he's just... Just a second. Who'd want this? Let me put that up there, just so I can show what I mean. Like there. Why would you want that? It looks like he's sucking his own chocolate starfish there. Why would you? Not just because of the way he looks, but the way he talks, what he says. He's dangerous. He was dangerous last time, getting all his people to drink some bleach. Stick the bright light in somewhere. Any orifice will do. Any orifice will do. Yes, and it could be a song. Oh. Anyway, the man's a flippin' lunatic. An absolute lunatic. And now we've got Elon Musk, who's just so high on ketamine, LSD, and flipping cocaine, apparently. And it's like, bloody hell, man, fire. You know, Elon Musk, you get already put out tweet. Oh, my tolerance of ketamine is extremely high, he said. Is it really? Not from what we can see. You didn't used to be as bad as this. I know you've always been a little bit loopy, but crikey, this has gone a bit far, isn't it? It really has. But it's not surprising when you consider that his own father likes to mate with his sister-in-laws. Yeah, you know, everyone should mate with their, with their daughter-in-laws, shouldn't they? Yeah, and have a couple of babies with them. Of course you should. Yeah, that's normal behaviour in the Musk household. So no wonder he's a bit screwed up. You can't wonder at it. Now, Errol Musk did say, actually, given his dues, he says, just ignore him, he says. What he's been saying about Jess Phillips, just ignore him. How can you ignore it? He's got 200 million people, okay, maybe 100 million, the rest are bots, I don't know, on his platform. Well, quite frankly, I think that's a little bit of a problem. Massive problem. And why is he interfering in British politics to that degree? There's one thing little old me doing it. You know, I've got, 40 people watching at the moment. You know, I don't think it's going to make a lot of flipping difference. But when you got people like him with his thousands and thousands and millions of views that he gets, some people dote on his every word, even though how crazy, batshit crazy it is. Maybe it is because it's batshit crazy. These people, they're just lunatics. I'm just going to put a log on me fire. Just a second. I'll be back in a second. What can I leave you with? There's nothing on there. Oh, damn. Can't do that one. Oh, hang on. What can I do? Oh, I don't know. Is that one? Oh, I'll be 2 seconds. I'm still here. I haven't got anything. Oh, my log is running up. Oh, damn me. Oh, hang on, I've gone black. And now I'm not. That's because I've only got a shirt on, you just see me ass. No, I'm kidding, I haven't just got a shirt on. I have got trousers on. But it would have been funny if I had, wouldn't it? I hadn't. So anyway, hello Steve. I like your glasses. I've got so many pairs of... Someone's mentioned the other day, how many pairs of glasses have I got? I said I've got as many pairs of glasses as I have got hats. Oh, cheers for that, Trump. I just called you Trump. Oh, madman, I do apologise. Thanks for doing that to anyway, whatever you like to call himself. But it's a bit of a mouthful, whatever it is. Oh my God, he's a troll. He's a troll. Thanks, buddy. My family is from the Davidson clan. 3 brothers left in Scotland for Kentucky. Blind bear hunters. You see the size of these? I don't realize how big grizzlies are. Yeah, their paws are like that. They're banana. A black bear. When the zip is done, people are going to get angry. No overtime. Can't make your pick-up payment. Women pregnant for a 5th time. Babies are turning... Oh, God, yeah. I just think that... I think... No, I just... It's all gone too far now. And unfortunately, people have been sucked into this. And it's creating a massive issue. A societal issue. And... But this mentality, how are we supposed to... Well, how are we supposed to get an economy like this, for a start? If you're just constantly riling people up. Let me just move... Am I over... what's going on there? What is going on? Oh, sorry, thank God for that. Oh, sorry, went sleepy on my end. Anyway, sorry, I don't think you could see it actually didn't show up on here. So yeah, it's how are we supposed to have any kind of functioning economy if we can't actually get our act in gear? Now, if we can't have a healthcare system that works, like in the UK, it's bit broken, to be fair, isn't it? And it's more about the big wigs and stuff that's causing the problems. It's not about the people working on the floor. The idea that Keir Starmer's going to get squeeze more out of them, I think, is for the birds. They're already doing shit longer hours. You can make it more efficient. We can remove some of the processes that they have to do. Get rid of some of the bureaucracy, maybe. But the bureaucracy is there because of insurance. So unless you can, convince insurance to soften their stance on it all, maybe some weaponization. But the UK is terrible at that. Absolutely terrible. They're trying to make things work. We saw it for the pandemic, didn't we? The track and trace, for instance. We had massive problem in Norwich regarding the council office computers. You had a huge problem with the computer systems regarding the NHS years ago. It's just one catastrophe after another. We just can't seem to get it right. So, the idea that we're going to be this tech superpower is, Sunak said it was a bit of well, that's for the birds, wasn't it? That's never going to happen. So, and also AI, are we ever going to embrace AI in the United Kingdom without relying on the services of third countries? There's no AI system in the UK, is there? We don't have massive server farms collecting data for AI in the UK. So they're all in the United States. The Grok and GPT, OpenAI and all that, So we are under the thumb in the UK. You Americans, you put us under your thumb, you have. So much for the special relationship. Well, that's certainly in one now, not with Elon Musk putting his oar in every 5 blooming minutes. Anyway, as I was saying, I want to have a look at him, which is, him. Let's move it up a bit. So, I have to watch my audio. I'll reverb, get feedback. Where is it over there? Oh, that's a little bit. I need to hear a little bit of it. I should have headphones on, really. So anyway, let's have a listen to what this spud is saying. What is Spud saying?
Hey everyone.
Hello.
I want to talk about something important today, because it's time to get back to our roots around free expression on Facebook and Instagram. I started building social media to give people a voice. I gave a speech at Georgetown 5 years ago about the importance of protecting free expression, and I still believe this today. But a lot has happened over the last several years.
And it's gone quiet.
There's been widespread debate about potential harms from online content. Governments and legacy media have pushed to censor more and more. A lot of this is clearly political, but there's also a lot of legitimately bad stuff out there. Drugs, terrorism, child exploitation. These are things that we take very seriously, and I want to make sure that we handle responsibly. So we built a lot of complex systems to moderate content. But the problem with complex systems is they make mistakes. Even if they accidentally censor just 1% of posts, that's millions of people. And we've reached a point where it's just too many mistakes and too much censorship.
Bollocks. We ain't got enough censorship, if you ask me. The thing about what's just happened is this has all come after his meeting at Mar-a-Lago. We know. Who are you trying to kid? After you kissed that blooming ring, and now all of a sudden you've now decided to move everything to Texas along with Elon Musk because they're favourable towards the right wing. You're basically sending the platform to the right. Instead of having been done centre ground, have some moderation, protecting children and what have you, you decided to go to the right. Sorry.
The recent elections also feel like a cultural tipping point towards once again prioritizing speech. So we're going to get back to our roots and focus on reducing mistakes, simplifying our policies, and restoring free expression on our platform.
And how are you going to do that?
More specifically, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to get rid of fact checkers and replace them with community notes, similar to X, starting in the US.
We know how that's gone, don't we? On the X platform. Oh my giddy aunt. That's just gone to the right. That's my right, by the way. Alright? It's just gone far right platform. There's still some decent people on there because that's kind of what they do. Get yourself over to Blue Sky. I think if you're going through a transition, Andrew Marr, for instance, he's still on there, but he's going through a transition period, I imagine. I'm now on Blue Sky. I've been on there for a while now. I've got a couple of thousand followers now. And it's I just find the whole thing a little bit crazy that anyone would listen to this man, him, right, and believe what he's saying. That's all about freedom of speech, and it's gone too far, too particularly correct. How is this going to work in the EU? How's this going to work in the UK when the online safety bill is all done and tickety-boo? And how is that going to work? How's Elon Musk going to avoid the 6% potential fines that you could end up with, especially from the EU? I think we're getting to a point now where we need to seriously consider shutting these platforms down or forcing them to sell them. Now, the US have tried to do that with TikTok. Whether they do or not before Donald Trump gets in, because it's only a few days, I think it's 19th they're supposed to be sold by. And if not, they're going to shut them down. But Donald Trump says, well, the platform's been really good for me. I've had lots of people watching me. So I think we'll keep it. That's what. Never mind your safety. Never mind, spreading of fake news. Because that's what's going to happen there. Alternative facts. It's just going to be filled with alternative facts that people have already got the alternative fact, and then if they want to see the community notes, they've got to read them. We don't want fake news on these platforms in the first place. They shouldn't be there. You know? So what's going to happen? I'll tell you what's going to happen. So many people are going to leave his platform, and he's going to see it. And he's going to think, oh shit, what have I done? I hope so anyway.
After Trump first got elected in 2016, the legacy media wrote non-stop about how
now he's using tropes. He's now using their language. How many times have you heard Nigel Farage say that? The legacy media.
Misinformation was a threat to democracy. We tried in good...
A threat? Okay, I'm going to keep stopping this. So how's that a threat? What? So, knowing the facts... Because that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about being right-wing or left-wing. We're asking for the facts. That's not freedom of speech. We just want the real stuff. I don't want to know the lies. I don't need to know them. I just want to know exactly what's happening. That's called news.
Faith to address those concerns without becoming the arbiters of truth. But the fact-checkers have just been too politically biased and have destroyed more trust than they've created, especially in the US. So over the next couple of months, we're going to phase in a more comprehensive community notes system. Second, we're going to simplify our content policies and get rid of a bunch of restrictions on topics like immigration and gender that are just out of touch with mainstream discourse. What started as a movement to be more inclusive has increasingly been used to shut down opinions and shut out people with different ideas, and it's gone too far. So I want to make sure that people can share their beliefs and experiences on our platforms. Third, we're changing how we enforce our policies to reduce the mistakes that account for the vast majority of censorship on our platforms. We used to have filters that scanned for any policy violation. Now we're going to focus those filters on tackling illegal and high-severity violations. And for lower severity violations, we're going to rely on someone reporting an issue before we take action. The problem is that the filters make mistakes, and they take down a lot of content that they shouldn't. So by dialing them back, we're going to dramatically reduce the amount of censorship on our platforms.
They do make mistakes. But I'd rather that something not be posted at all than actually allowing right-wing flippin', just lies. Fake news.
We're also going to tune our content filters to require much higher confidence before taking down content. The reality is that this is a trade-off. It means we're going to catch less bad stuff, but we'll also reduce the number of innocent people's posts and accounts that we accidentally take.
So it's just admitted that we're going to have more bad stuff on the platform. This is really dangerous because X was primarily used by adults, and it's not much interest to kids. It's really not. And Facebook, although most of them are on different, like Twitch and Instagram, what have you, not quite so interested in Facebook these days. It's more of a fuddy-duddy thing. But they still go on there. Plus, a lot of parents post a lot of personal shit on there, their children going to parties and stuff like that, and posting pictures of their children and other people's, and that, and just if you look what's happened to the X platform since Elon Musk has taken over, is that what's going to happen to this? I don't know if I'd want to have my kids anywhere near that platform whatsoever. I would block it. I certainly am now. I'm even going to come off Messenger now. I saw that. If the kids want to contact me, they have to do it through, I don't know, another platform.
Takedown. Fourth, we're bringing back civic content. For a while, the community asked to see less politics because it was making people stressed. So we stopped recommending these posts. But it feels like we're in a new era now. And we're starting to get feedback that people want...
This is Trump. That's because it's propaganda. They want to spread their propaganda on Facebook because they haven't really been able to. Now, I think it's Steve McGowan, I don't know if he's here at the moment, but Steve McGowan was saying that in Prague they were getting none of this kind of political content or something. That's going to change. You're going to start getting political content on your Facebook. Spreading of propaganda. The world's... What if we're buggered? If all the major platforms out there are being used to spread this kind of crap, well then, quite frankly, we're done. I think we are. Unless you stand up against it, I think we're done. What else is there? We are so social media driven these days. And, some people argue that YouTube it's very similar as well, with censorship and what have you, and some people seem to get away with murder, spreading loads of crap on there. You get some rather strange YouTubers on there who are right-wing. I ain't got a problem about the right-wing part. I've got a problem with the misinformation. You can have right-wing politics as long as it's based on truth. Why not? I don't have to agree with them, do I? But if it's an outright lie and just not truthful, well then that's a problem, a massive problem. That's not how do you have democracy based on lies? We saw that back in 2016 when we had the Brexit referendum and the whole thing went to pot. And it's just gonna get worse. This is depressing. What have I done this stream? It's just depressing now. Oh dear, we're buggered. That's it, we're done for. The end is nigh. Oh dear. Sebastian, my dog is between my legs, by the way. I might sound a bit wrong, but it is. Do you want a wee-wee? He's got... I mean, hear him, but... What? Oh, Sebastian. You're a pain. Where is he? There. Come on, then. You've got to make an effort. No, I forgot about you, door. There you go. Go on. If my feet, please. A dog, that is. There's a bed over there. Go and lay on your bed. Go and lay on your bed. And is it because you want to go on my lap? Oh, I'm not doing that again. That's what it is. He likes sitting on my lap. You're too big to sit on my lap. What's he like? Right, here we go. Mark Zuckerberg was always a right-winger. Of course, yeah, Cambridge Analytica. But actually, to be fair, they just actually didn't give them Cambridge Analytica access. Apparently, they weren't supposed to use it or something, but they were just carrying on using it. That's Cambridge Analytica and the other company, XAI or something. I think it was based in Australia or New Zealand or anyway, somewhere else. Hello, Gingers, hope you're well. Evening to you. We've just been on Max's stream. Hello, Steve. Yeah, just you're going to be getting your politics, Steve. Yeah, you can get politics on your Prague. See on your Facebook. Here is one giving rich people tax breaks, and it creates jobs. Here is one. Giving rich people tax breaks. No, it doesn't. It gives them tax breaks. They just take more flipping money. It never comes back down to us. Because what happens with these tax breaks, it goes into their bank accounts. Not necessarily a corporation tax breaks, possibly, if the money's going to be reinvested. But doesn't it go to the shareholders? A portion will be reinvested, obviously, but there'll still be a bigger portion who will be going to the shareholders of that company. That's all tax breaks do. I mean, when you give a tax break, all you're doing is taxpayer-funded shared dividends. That's all it is. It's ridiculous. If you're in a country, right, for which has even if it's a high tax system, if you're all operating under the same banner, you've got the same competition within the country. Externally, maybe not. You could damage direct foreign investment. But the problem with direct foreign investment is it tends to be direct deportation of money as well. Because a lot of these shareholders aren't based they're based elsewhere. So they're not going to spend the money in your country. No, they'll spend it somewhere else, in some other country somewhere. Unless you're going to do you any good. So, I don't. Oh God. Okay, just a little bit then. Come on in. Do you want a cuddle? Just looking at me now. Just looking gormlessly at me. Come on. Do you want a cuddle or not? You do? Oh, God's sake. Oh, you slipping dog. Oh, does anyone want to buy a dog? All of a sudden, it's got, because he's white, your picture's gone dark. Put your thing away. Gormless he is. Absolutely gormless. Or is he? He likes a cuddle. Let's just change the light. I'll do that here. I know, I love you too. I love you too. The thing is, you see, how are we ever going to move forward with all this while it's getting worse? And it's all going to become... What? You're spoiled. Spoiled rotten, aren't you, boy? Is it me? Has my chair gone down as well with extra weight? That's isn't it? So anyway, yeah, hello, gingers. You can say hello to gingers. You can say hello to gingers. Hello, rock ravers. Hello there. Yeah, he's a darling. That's Sebastian. This is Sebastian, this one. And I've got Pandora. She's laying on her bed over there. And I just lost my Wally. He was my little buddy boy. But he died about 6 weeks ago now. So I was very sad. Yeah, and all they do is get richer, and they hold on to money, and the money doesn't end up into the system. And you haven't really got, and there's no internal economy there, and you can't keep doing that. You need a certain amount of foreign investment if you want to boost your GDP. But if you've got growth in the country, you'll boost it anyway because you'll be exporting. When you export, that's also is not direct foreign investment, but effectively it's still foreign money. You know, if people buy your stuff that you make, if you made anything that is, or your services and what have you, well then there's still money that's potentially coming into the country. The problem is a lot of these corporations aren't owned by people in the United Kingdom. Generally, they're owned by foreign nationals. The same thing happens again. You get a certain amount of money going to the tax system through corporation tax, what have you. But not necessarily all of it. Well, not all of it, because it'll be going to shareholders, what have you. So you've got a corporation tax, you've got, tax on shareholders is low. It's an issue. But, when everyone talk about increasing taxation on these people, well, then they get criticised. So we need some sort of... Have you had enough now? Do you want to get down now, or are you just trying to get comfortable? You don't really know what you want, do you? Where's your head gone? His head just fell off. Just so you know. So, yeah. He's a lovely boy. He's 13 and a half now. So he's getting on a bit as well. He's a polar bear. We call him Bear, don't we? Sebastian Bear. So, yeah. He's a lovely boy. I also very much agree with your negative take on the right to print lies. And that's all this is. That's all basically what's going to happen with Mark Zuckerberg and the metaverse. It's just going to be a license to print lies. And it's extremely dangerous. And these are tactics that have been pushed by the right. There's obviously some kind of ulterior motive. Ulterior motive here. Is there this dark organisation somewhere? Or is it just Donald Trump and Elon Musk? Who knows? I don't buy into conspiracy theories to that degree, but sometimes you get proved wrong, don't you? And I just kind of it's getting deeply learn when it gets personal. Yes, that's basically what happens when people start getting bitten in the pocket, or in the health. You hope they'll realise that they've made a mistake. The problem is most people don't want to admit their mistake, but they can still vote against it, next time, maybe. We'll see. The problem's damage. Come on, I'll put you down. You are too wiggly. And now I'm really bright now, so I put a white dog down. Alright, let's just reduce that bit. There you go. I do love you, Sebastian, but you are a little bit of a nuisance. You're a nuisance. Oh, I gotta be angry at you. He's a lovely boy. He loves massive cuddles as well, I quite often fall asleep on the sofa with him on my lap. Really cuddly. Not being able to be racist or sexist. Not being able to be racist or sexist causes hate. Do you think so? Because isn't that hate in its own right? That doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. I thought, isn't that a contradiction? Fair. That's what leads to hate. Fair leads to hate. And hate leads to the dark side, said Yoda. Yeah. Well, where was he again? Let's bring him back. Don't really want to bring him back, but there he is. So what else? Oh, not much left.
I want to see this content again. So we're going to start phasing this back into Facebook, Instagram, and Threads while working to keep the communities friendly and positive. Fifth, we're going to move our trust and safety and content moderation teams out of California, and our US-based content review is going to be based in Texas. As we work to promote free expression, I think that it will help us build trust to do this work in places where there is less concern about the bias of our teams.
You're trying to tell me there's no bias in Texas? There's a Trump bias. Oh, and Elon Musk bias, because then that's where he moved all his. That's why if you want to fight him for any reason in the courts, you have to do it in Texas because the courts they favour him. It's preferential treatment in it. This is just the whole thing is an organised. It's a coup on the people, isn't it? It's an organised coup on the people. And this is going to affect us all. Not just you guys and gals in the United States, it's going to affect everybody. Trump is going to be a bull in a china shop. He really is. And now he's getting the backing of the right-wing press. I don't know what Bill Gates is going to be doing with this, because he was there kissing the ring. I don't think Bill Gates is actually like that, though. I think little old runt here, I think he's just a flippin' turncoat or something. I don't know what he is. And I hope, do you know what? I really hope they get suffer hard with, like for instance, with the European Union, fine the bloody hell out and block their platforms even. I don't care. I know some people will care a lot because they're so reliant on my daughter. You got like thousands of blinking people on there. They're not their friends. It's bollocks. You know? Absolute bollocks. It's a kudos thing. It's just like, oh, hey, look. It's like followers or subscribers on YouTube. You know? They don't actually mean for a lot. It's all down to the content. I ain't got that many subscribers, 24,000, you know. That was 23,000. So I just find the whole thing sad now. It's just, dear me. Hello, our golf Twitler. I will soon be ending my Facebook account, just like I ended my Twitter account. I don't blame you, mate. That's what I'm doing. I ended mine ages ago. I stopped using it ages ago. But I think I'm going to just cancel it now. Or get rid of it best I can. The other thing people don't realise, when you sign up with the small print, you're giving away your rights to your images and stuff like that as well. You know? It's not doing it. So I'm going to get rid of the Messenger as well. And just use something else. There's plenty of things I use. So I use Signal as well, so I might just go onto there. But at the end of the day, WhatsApp's owned by Metaverse as well, isn't it? I don't know what they can actually do with Metaverse, but I don't want to do anything that gives them money. Because the bigger their platforms are, the more money they have. The more people they have on their platforms, the more money they get. It's on the basis of their audience. It's like when Elon Musk bought Twitter, the price was negotiated. It's all based on the on the amount of people subscribe to the channel. And Musk, they're all bots. You know, and he tried to negotiate it down, but when it came down to it, he said to pay the full whack, 44 billion. So I sold him. You know, And I know Elon Musk is supposed to be the richest man in the world. I think this is going to be short-lived. I really do. I'm not saying his money's tied up everywhere. He's got a lot of money tied up in China. Hence, he's very Chinese, China populist. He's a pro-China and pro-Putin. But I think it'll just end up going. Look what's going on with Tesla at the moment. Their actual deliveries of cars have gone down. Less people are buying their cars. We've got people they're selling their cars because of Elon Musk. Their Teslas, or at the very least putting those bumper stickers on. But why? And the thing about it is, you see, when the heyday of Tesla was all very well, when it was just Tesla and maybe a couple of Australians like Nissan Leaf and stuff like that. But when you got pretty much every car manufacturer and the Chinese BYD coming on the market, BYDs now they sell as many cars now, if not more, than Tesla. So they're already. It's going to be like the Taco Bell, isn't it, on Demolition Man. All you can do is buy BYDs. They'll wipe everybody out. And in the day, you can fall as fast as you climb. You really can. And especially because what happens is you've got so many debts. Everything's financed. Your money's held all over the place, and it's you can come crashing down. And I hope he does. Bloody hard. Yeah. Well, that flip in the face with his eyes too close together. You can't trust him. That's what Mum used to say. You can't trust a man with his eyes are too close together. She used to say. I don't think that she meant anything, but there you go. That's what she used to say. Coming down. Do you make Football Manager videos? No. Why would I do that? No. I don't even follow football at all. I'm not interested in football whatsoever. That's another thing that's become. If it was like it was in the olden days, but now it's just they're just corporations. Football clubs are corporations. That's all they are. It's just another money-making scheme. How's it a football club? How can a football club have any fairness in it when a football club gets so bloody rich they can buy any player they bloody well like? So how is that football? How is that a game? That's like playing Risk or something, or Monopoly. It's not football. Oh, it's a beautiful game. No, it's not. It's a corporation. Sorry. So no, I don't follow it. It disgusts me. And so much for flipping footballers' wives. Flipping idiots. Yes, actually, GM have taken over Ford and what have you regarding their electric vehicles, haven't they? They're doing really well with them. So good on them. Anyone who put their neck out there, and companies put their neck out there, and for the right reasons, brilliant. Also, there's been some major developments with hydrogen engines now, extremely powerful. You realize how powerful these things are now? Amazing. I've said that before. Spank the monkey. Anyway, he said that Elon is focused on his dogging. Yes, he gets an old laid by, but is that Doge? Department of Government Efficiency. Oh my giddy aunt. That's like Department of Destroy the Government Services. And your healthcare. Yeah. Because apparently it's not the same thing according to them. No. Obamacare and the Affordable Care Act. What is it with the floppy granny t-shirt? Is it this? Isn't it t-shirt? It's a shirt. You talking about me or you talking about him? I don't know. I ain't got a t-shirt. I got a t-shirt. I got a t-shirt on this. Yeah, I don't know. The bubbles bursts and the future of vehicles is hydrogen. Yeah, it could be. It could be. The only thing I'd rather it be electric because you can produce your own electric. It's very hard to produce your own hydrogen, isn't it? Hydrogen, which means you're beholden to people. If I could afford an electric car, you believe you me, I would be putting shitloads of flipping solar panels in my garden on one of my fields here to charge my and my wind turbines, just to charge my car up in my air. That's what I'd be doing. Make perfect sense to me. I prefer electric personally, as long as they're not Teslas that are like car bombs. I think the VW Group is now number one in Europe for EVs. I hope so, because they've been going through some tough times, especially when they were lying about their emissions and stuff. So they made some massive mistakes, didn't they? And caused some huge issues. And also what's been going on regarding the energy costs and in Germany, because of they're getting all their gas from Russia. And actually, to be fair, the gas prices are going to go up. They're going to shoot up again, unfortunately, because Ukraine's basically turned off, haven't they? Turned the pipe off. I don't blame them, though. It seems a bit ironic. They're okay. So the gas was coming from Russia across Ukraine into I don't know where it headed to, Poland or wherever it was going to. I don't know. Anyway, it's going into the EU, and we're using the gas, paying for it, and then we're making rockets and then supplying Ukraine with rockets against it. No, that's daft. We shouldn't be buying the bloody stuff. It's just, we got all these sanctions, and it's like a contradiction going on here. How does that work? The only way you're going to deal with Vladimir Putin is going to be to cripple him. And we just tippy-toed and took a few yachts. Your accent is difficult to understand. Oh, well, never mind. I can't do much about that, can I? What were you going to do? Do you want me to speak out of my ass? I was just doing some brew one for you. No, that didn't work. Sorry. I can't manipulate my chocolate starfish like Donald Trump. The equivalent of Department of City Walks, yes. Elon. It's focused on dynamic. As you read these posts, I realise America is in for a rough ride. But it's not just America. It's not just America. It's all of us. If the US sneezes, we all catch a cold everywhere. I don't think people realise how dependent we are on the United States economy. It's not just military support, it's the economy. They buy a shitload of stuff. They buy more from the EU than... There's a massive difference between the EU and the United States and the United Kingdom. They buy so much from us. That's incoming money. That's money that's coming in. It's like direct foreign investment, but through trade. Oh, thank you, Spank the Monkey. I'm a Norfolk boy, me. Yeah, I'm from Norfolk. If you're struggling with my accent, I can't do a lot about it. Plus, I've got a problem with thyroid. I brought on by fibromyalgia, so there's not a lot I can do about it. I have all sorts of stuff to deal with it, such as my sprays, my Aclis souffleur. It stops stuff. I don't know what it does. Something to do with mucus. And then I have a load of tablets as well, so I can't do a lot about that. Thanks, Tony, for that. I've got a good Norfolk accent. Oi, boy! What's Putin done to you? Oh, what hasn't he done recently? He caused a flippin' economic situation for the West because of his illegal invasion of Ukraine. Caused massive energy price rises. We've got people in the UK, and I don't know about in the United States because you've got your own anyway, in the UK and in the EU, where people can't afford to heat the houses. Everything has rocketed in price, including food, because it isn't just energy in your home, it's energy that's used in production, and obviously just made to be in transport systems. And also the fact that it affects stock values and as well. So it just fits thrown up in the air. Putin is a problem. Thanks, Heldermax. An anal probe. Ooh, blimey. Mucus. That's it. Yeah, Marcus has mucus. That's what that's for. Yeah, but I get too much mucus down my throat. Not all the time. It's kind of at times. And I lose my voice quickly. So I do these live streams and I have to think, coming to an end now because I'm about to lose my voice and I can't speak. I just it's really, really strained. Especially if you think about times how much I talk in a course of a day. I don't know if I made 10 videos today. it's just nuts. It's just constant talking. Some of them are sort of relatively long. So it's, yeah. Michael Bernard has an article about the Canada hydrogen, and Canada spent 6 years and millions on hydrogen cars that no one drove. Oh. The thing is, I suppose they got plenty of fuel over there, haven't they? And it's cheaper. Hydrogen is not cheap to produce, and it's not necessarily very environmental. There's two ways of producing hydrogen, isn't there? And one of them is the cheapest way is very energy hungry. So we need to deal with that first. There's, I think, off Netherlands, there's a hydrogen manufacturing plant will set up there, and they'll set up with loads of either wind turbines or I think it was wind turbines. I think they use the wind turbines to power it, or solar or something, some green energy. Mucus Marcus. Thanks for that. Very kind. Anyway, back in.
Finally, we're going to work with President Trump to push back on governments around the world that are going after American companies and pushing to censor more. The U.S. has the strongest constitutional protections for free expression in the world.
Let me just repeat that. What going to go after other countries? Is that what you just said?
To push back on governments around the world that are going after American companies and pushing to censor more. The US has the strongest constitutional protections for free expression in the world. Europe has an ever-increasing number of laws institutionalizing censorship and making it difficult to build anything innovative there. Latin American countries have secret courts that can order companies to quietly take things down. China has censored our apps from even working in the country.
Good.
The only way that we can push back on this global trend is with the support of the US government. And that's why it's been so difficult over the past 4 years when even the US government has pushed for censorship.
It's starting to sound fascist.
By going after us and other American companies, it has emboldened other governments to go even further. But now we have the opportunity to restore free expression, and I am excited to take it.
That didn't look fake, did it?
It'll take time to get this right, and these are complex systems. They're never going to be perfect. There's also a lot of illegal stuff that we still need to work very hard to remove. But the bottom line is that after years of having our content moderation work focus primarily on removing content, it is time to focus on reducing mistakes, simplifying our systems, and getting back to our roots about giving people voice. I'm looking forward to this next chapter. Stay good out there, and more to come soon.
Oh.
Hey, everyone.
Oh. So basically, the social media platforms want to attack or go up against foreign governments. Now, if you ask me, that sounds like a bit of an invasion of our rights. Now, if a government's got its own laws, they're their laws. If a government wants to block your platform, they can block your platform. Their responsibility is to their people, not to the United States social media platforms. Oh, God's sake. Don't forget, Donald Trump's got his own social media platform as well. Truth Social. Oh. That's why he left that bit to the end, isn't it? Is he hoping that most people aren't going to get to the end? I'm glad I did listen to it at all now. Christ's sake. Whatever next? So, it is going to get extremely interesting over the next few years, and also extremely worrying. And it's, I think, at the moment, there's a lot of talk now about, obviously, protecting our children, because obviously grooming gangs and stuff like that. Who's going to protect everybody else? Because unless you protect the adults, how do you protect the children? After all, you'd hope that the children have parents. And you want the parents to get, to educate their children with morals and responsibility. Not to be educated by social media. The adults shouldn't be educated, because that's what you're talking about. You're talking about propaganda. It's effectively a form of education. Not necessarily a good form of education. What do that for? That's not a good form of education. But it's just negative propaganda. Oh, for Christ's sake. I hope enough people leave those platforms so they can't function. Because, not be funny, these platforms have massive server farms who actually they need money to finance these things. And as soon as they become, what the fuck, exactly, Robin Banks, exactly. You heard it there, didn't you? This was up this morning. He put this up this morning or today. It wouldn't be this morning because it's my morning. Well, it was today. This is on the Meta Meta News on Facebook. So you heard it from the horse's mouth. Jesus loves you and Jesus is king. I've got no problem with you loving you, Jesus, but it's not what this channel is about. Okay? And I'll tell you who doesn't love Jesus is Donald Trump. Donald Trump doesn't give a diddly squat about Jesus or God or, agreed Stephen, or anything like that. He does not give a damn. He just always an opportunity to make something, yes, that we can sell and call it Trump's Bible. They put the Bible at the word at the top, they put Trump at the top. He thinks he's God. Yeah, thanks, mods. Who did that? Well, that was Mad Monk. Thanks, Mad Monk. Much appreciated, my friend. Yeah, Mad Monk's fully proactive on lots of different sites regarding moderations and that as well. And so is Joe. I don't know if Joe is Joe here today. No, he's not here today. But there's yeah, he's also quite often on the channel as well. Really proactive and really helpful. And I really appreciate it because they're giving up their time, you know. So it's really kind of them. And also Mad Monk's a Scotsman. And his brother's also got a channel called The Two Davies. If you want, Mad Monk, you can put it up in the chat if you want. Talk about Scottish affairs and what have you. It's very interesting. Yes, it's a political channel, not a church. Right? I don't want talking about stuff, about general stuff as well, but I'm not a religious man. I believe you do not need to go to church to do right by people. Okay? You can do right by people without going to a church. All right. At the end of the day, if we're going on about grooming gangs, that is the biggest grooming gang organisation in the world. It's a diocese. It's the Vatican. Sorry. And what is it about these flipping madmen standing up there on stage, touching people? They go, oh, that crap. What's all that about? Oh, you're healed. What the hell? They really believe in that crap? Oh, bollocks. For God's sake. Where's Jesus? Hold up. Oklahoma State is putting its Bibles. Oh no, you are kidding me. They're putting the Bibles in Oklahoma State schools. Trump Bibles. They're like $60 each, aren't they? Hello, Dora, what do you want, my baby girl? Got Pandora, come see me. What's up? Do you want a treat or do you want a wee-wee? It'd be quite handy if dogs could speak language instead of like, oh, you can see her, yeah. Your little grey face. It's like Panda. Now, Bear, I won't forget about you, don't worry. Now, guess what? I'm home alone, I am. Yes, I'm home alone. The wife's got on the plane. She's gone to the United Kingdom to see the children. She's there now. And so it gives me an excuse to go live more. Anyways, what sport channel? There's super chats as well. If you want to ask a specific question or anything, that is obviously much appreciated. It keeps channel live, you know. There we go. He's scaring me, says Doc Davies. He should do. It is very scary, isn't it? It's quite what. So you got obviously the X platform, which has now become a one-sided right-wing platform because everyone's leaving it. Anyone who countered their argument before left. In some ways, we shouldn't have done. Really, we should just increase the masses. But there again, there's no increase in the masses because Elon Musk is just shadow banning us all. Is Mark Zuckerberg gonna be doing the same thing? You don't get no very little on the thread, so you get shadow banned on there as well. The likelihood is they've obviously discussed all this stuff. You know? I mean, you consider Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk, they were like head-to-heads before. They were going to fisticuffs in a bit of cage fight. I wouldn't want to do that with Mark Zuckerberg. You might not look like much on there, but I'll tell you something, he's ripped. He's bloody ripped, he is. And he wins fights. So I wouldn't want to do a cage fight with Mark Zuckerberg, no. Is he going for a midlife crisis or something? Because he had that Lego haircut for a while, and now he's gone all curly. Is they natural curls, or did he put curlers in the morning? Does he have to sleep in curlers? Because before his hair was like straight and like glued to his head. What's that all about? That's some sort of, I don't know, battery glue guns being used every morning to stick a skull cap on with. His Lego head. Oh, it's very worrying. They're Temu Bibles with a Trump sticker. Probably. Is it the New Testament or the Old Testament? I will be mandatory for us Americans to carry a Trump Bible, like the little Red Book party members used to carry. Oh my God. That'd be a bit weird. All current hydrogen cars are basic electric cars with a fuel cell converting hydrogen to electricity. Good point. That's a very good point, actually. There we go. Teach your children well. Now, I'm very proud of my grandchildren and my daughter. I've got two daughters, but one in particular, because my little grandchildren, my little Grace, she's not nearly 3 years ahead at school now, so she's only what, 7 now, six or 7. Oh, no, 7. Or was it 6? 7. Yes, 7. And so she's doing really, really well at school, and so is Tochi now. All of a sudden, she's come out of herself and just gone absolutely, literally like 1-2 years ahead. So they're doing really, really well. So little brain boxes, but that's down to my daughter. She's been educating from pretty much as soon as I could start speaking, and that's what you need to do. You need to look after your children, don't you? And to look after your children, you need to educate them at a young age so they get ahead. Stand a chance then, especially when you're in a land of craziness. These people, obviously, who are voting for the likes of Donald Trump, a lot of them aren't educated. They're from states that have got the lowest education attainment. So it's not surprising, is it, that they vote for someone like Donald Trump? They're just drooling knuckle draggers, most of them. What the hell's going on with the world? Education is key. Education, education, education. Unfortunately. Oh, we didn't get it. Even like stupid old me's got a flipping degree, I got 17 distinctions, I did. 17. Yeah. So, yeah, even little me got a bloody degree. You just got to put yourself out and do it, innit? It don't have to be a degree. And besides, actually, to be fair, you don't even have to have a formal type education to be a clever son of a bitch, get there, You learn stuff. Now, before I went to university, I didn't go until about 2001 is when I went to university. So I was already old. I was one of the older students. And before that, I just learned from my hands and doing stuff, mate. I'm a practical man. I work with my hands, and that's what I do. I enjoy it. I like making stuff out of wood. All right, it's wholesome. Permanent hairstyles, yes. This is like some form of freeze-dried wig. Two Davies is a Skeptics channel. More divide and rule for the work. No, I got no problem with Skeptics. As far as I'm concerned, Scotland needs to leave the United Kingdom. It's their country, not ours, and they need to be allowed to flourish now. Without our intervention, we have messed them up. We've been bleeding them dry. No matter what the Westminster might be telling you, as a country, Westminster, I should say, has been bleeding Scotland dry for decades. Absolutely, forever. Scotland's got so many natural resources, and we just suck it all. It's out. We bleed them. They've been bled, and it's wrong. We drag them down with us. I'm not Scottish. I'm English, right? And you might not, with my accent, you might not know, but I'm English, and it's not my country. It belongs to the Scottish people, just like Greenland belongs to the Grenadians. Sounds like I don't know, like a fruit drink you get here in France. Pro-independence channel, but we stand. Hello, Dave McGinnis. I see. I mentioned that, Dave. There you go. He's in the chat. Why should Scotland be ruled by another country? No, it should not. And I've said this before. For people who don't already know, I don't want Scotland to leave, but I think it has to. I wish everything was tickety-boo and everything was great, but it's not. It really is not. Not if you look at the detail and stuff, you realise that, hang on, they've been spinning us a line. Westminster, that is. Whether it be Labour or whether it be, Conservative stuff, they've been spinning us a line. Try and make them... If Scotland was such a negative, to England. Right? In other words, there's a deficit there. We pay more money into Scotland than we take out. Why the hell are they keeping them? Why don't we just get rid of them? Get rid of that ball and chain if it was that bad. Bollocks. Absolute bollocks. Sorry. I've been debating the issue for 25 years, and I'll debate it with anyone. David McGuinness. Yeah, I don't think you've got a lot you need to. It's just, I think where we're all heading at the moment, I'm hoping for all their failures, as in this Labour Party, and they've got plenty, they're definitely more moderate than what we've had. Whether you like what their policies have been regarding Winterfield payments and stuff like that, and increased class 4 national insurance contributions. If that's a problem for you, well then that's just have to be a problem for you. But it's just, when Keir Starmer spoke yesterday regarding how Elon Musk has been speaking about Jess Phillips, for instance, that was prime ministerial. That was a grown-up speaking. When you hear Donald Trump speak, that is a blithering buffoon. Where you hear Elon Musk speak, that is I don't know, a 5-year-old who didn't get the best lollipop. Yeah, I wanted that one. He's pathetic. He's absolutely pathetic. Yes, but the windmills are killing the whales. Nice one, Dr. Davies. And the birds, don't forget the birds. And don't forget, oh my God, Donald Trump says something so stupid. Oh my goodness. Well, we all know about windfall taxes. Now, Donald Trump confused windfall taxes with windmills. As in, wind turbines. In response to these windfall taxes, he's going about getting rid of all the wind turbines off the coast and allow the oil industry to take over. This is, oh, dears to me. And that's because one of the American oil firms have decided that it's not worth their while there now. Good, do it ourselves, I suppose. Or Scotland can. Is it me or do I look yellow? Well, the colour look a bit weird. Oh, never mind, who cares? Westminster isn't clinging on to Scotland out of love for the Union, that is for sure. No. Of course it isn't. A shark or electric battery? What are you talking about? What, Hoover? The Hoover shark? I used to support independence, but 2008 crash highlights the importance of a central bank, currency, credit rating, bond market, but with aging population. Well, what do we do? We ended up buying the bank, didn't we? RBS. Royal Bank of Scotland. Yeah, Andrew Evans says, United Kingdom? My ass! That's the thing is, it's supposed to be a union, isn't it? It's supposed to be a union of countries that are supposed to work together, but they don't. Even Wales, you know? And there's a difference. It's not quite the same, but... And then obviously Northern Ireland, and what you can see what's going on in Northern Ireland at the moment. Oh, crikey. With the Windsor Framework, and now we've got these general product safety regulations from the EU, which have been imposed upon Northern Ireland as well, which means Northern Ireland can't really sell... Oh, you can't sell anything into Northern Ireland now, really, without the documentation from the UK. So all this stuff they kicked off about regarding the Northern Ireland Protocol, and that was supposed to be all fixed by the Windsor Framework, and obviously it hasn't, because now the same thing is happening again. You can't trade with Northern Ireland, effectively, products, unless you're going to jump through hoops. Red tape. Lovely red tape. UK's done, I'll tell you. Flipping out. It's worrying. You know, I might criticise all these things and say all this negative stuff, but I am deeply concerned. I worry about my grandchildren. I worry about their future. I worry about their environmental future in the sense of where they're living, as in the sense of the world. I worry about that. And I find it all very concerning. And when you follow things really closely, it's depressing. It really is depressing. And I just don't understand why people can't see it. Or do some people just literally say, I can't be doing with this. Don't want to see it because, they sort of live in the now instead of thinking about what's going to happen tomorrow. And it's part of the problem. I think that we're not accepting the damage that we've done to not just the planet, but to the world and also to the economy. And we're not cohesive in the sense of across the world. We've got so many opposing ideas and views. And also different cultures that are very opposing as well. How are we ever supposed to actually opposing cultures? Doesn't make sense. But how are we ever supposed to have a cohesive response to the damage that we're doing to the environment? For Christ's sake, why the hell do we have holding blooming environmental what do you call it, conventions in places like flipping the UEA? UEA, yeah, Saudi Arab Emirates. EUA? Oh, God's sake. Don't worry, though. We'll be comfy on Mars. Oh, let's all go to Mars. It sounds lovely on there, yeah. Oh, you always just pop out your head. Bloody hell. It would appear Stephen's indeed a troll. Maybe. We all got a point of view. That's fine. I don't mind if there's somebody on there who's creating a question, asking questions without being nasty. I ain't got a problem with that. If I disagree, no, don't worry. I don't mind people having creating a conversation. That helps the channel, to be fair. As long as there's nothing nasty about it, we can disagree. We can agree to disagree, can't we? I extremely disagree with obviously what's going on in the United States at the moment under Donald Trump, and I think it's very dangerous, and I think it's dangerous for us all. Not just for the good people of the United States, there's plenty of good people out there. There's so many stereotypes, How many times have I heard people say, oh, then Americans, they're crazy, they are. No, well, they're not. That's daft. That's stupid. There's a massive swathe of people in the United States, all these different states, different ideas and different, not just morals, but idealisms and ways of life. They live very different in the South than they do in the North. Country's very different for a start. Its geography is different. It's like anywhere. There's Africa, continents like Africa, Asia, and they're all very different. They have different ideas. If the Romans had only stayed, actually, to be honest, that might be the answer. Maybe we need like a world leader. That's what we need. And not Donald Trump. Definitely not Donald Trump. We need a world leader. Someone who's sensible. God's sake. The problem is people follow people as sensible, because sensible people generally are boring. The reason Donald Trump's got where he is because, I don't know, maybe it's, I don't know, you're fired and all that, I just... He is funny. For the wrong reasons, but he's like, what? Yeah, crikey, nah. He just said what? He is funny to watch because he's an idiot. But I don't know, is he an idiot or not? I don't know. Is he an idiot? He clearly knows what he's doing to get what he wants. But he's a massive narcissist. Unless you're fluffing them up, he doesn't want to know he does he? You say anything against him, that's it, you're out, aren't you? Look at Anthony Scaramucci. They're all the way through the campaign because he's bet on the fences, so to speak. As soon as he ends up in the government itself, under Donald Trump, he lasts like a day. He's just gone. People aren't going to provide you evidence, Stephen, in a chat platform. That's just too much aggro. That's just daft. There's plenty of evidence out there, you can find it. And I don't mean on social media platforms. Oh yeah, David actually said that. Yeah, there's no. Yeah, I don't expect anyone to be trying to back up what they're saying in a chat form. That's daft. It's like I get this in the comments, because you already know, if you're a regular to my channel, you will know that I actually do go through the comments. I can't reply to all of them, but I do read through them, because you have to, really. I know many people don't, but I do. The thing is, you see, you can't. I often get asked to back up stuff I've said in the videos and stuff. Oh, of course, quite often I do. I'll put a link in. You know, if I know where to find it, I'll stick the link in to back it up into the description, or sometimes into the actual comment itself. But this isn't my only channel. You know, I'm busy all over the place, and you just can't split yourself in 5 ways. It's just not possible. You know, when it's just yourself, you've got some moderators now, but I don't expect them to do that stuff. This is daft. You know, they're given their time already. You know, just decent people. It's like watching the only at Walmart videos. Sometimes funny, sometimes cringe. Okay, there we go. Alright, right, there we go. Joe Lefty, hello my friend, hope you're well. And Charles Fluvard. Your missus is out, she is. Bag on some of those records you got. I wish I could. I'd get demonetized as soon as I do that. Otherwise I would have done it. I'd have done that ages ago. Yeah, I've got my deck over there, look. I messed my camera up. Yeah. There you go. That's about what's up. Oh, dear me. Anyway, what was I? Crikey, do you know what? I've been jabbering so long, and I forgot half the stuff I wanted to talk about. Oh, well. And I thought, how long have I been going for? I've done hard half already. Don't forget to beat the old like button. Where is that one? I think that's that one. There you go. Oh, there we come. What's the time? 11:30. 10:30 in the UK. And it is 5:30ish in New York. Have you seen my world clock with free world? Oh my god, that way. There. New York, London, and Paris. And I've also done one in my lab in the form of a Back to the Future clock, DeLorean clock. It's quite handy actually, because some of my videos are US based. It gives me an idea when to post those ones, you see. So it's quite handy. So yes, Marine Le Pen's father, Jean-Marie Le Pen, has passed away. I think he was about 98 or something. He's quite old. He's dead, and I'm not sorry. I'm really not sorry. Sorry to say that, but it's true. The man's been so diverse. Of course, he's basically a racist, a massive racist, xenophobe, a bit of a Nazi, to be honest. And his daughter isn't much better. A little bit better, a little bit tamed, but she's still flipping awful. Marine Le Pen. So anyway, with all this going on with Mark Zuckerberg, is it a coincidence that Nick Clegg, who was basically, I think was he the head of I'll show you. Put that up there. That one. Oh, there he is. There's Nick Clegg. So he's left as well now, which isn't surprising considering. And so Nick Clegg's departure signals a new political era at Meta. Well, you heard for yourself what Mark Zuckerberg was saying. Mark Zuckerberg was literally saying that going to go after the other countries who are going after the United States. No one's going after the United States. It's their country. They can make their own rules up. So, and he, that's a centrist, globalist clique, apparently. And a Remainer. He was a Remainer, remember that? Hello and welcome to Techscape. Happy New Year, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, Nick Clegg leaves Meta in a new era. Nick Clegg and the former Deputy Prime Minister of the United Kingdom is now the former head of, global affairs in Meta. He announced his resignation on Thursday, just gone, after 6 years at the tech. God, time flies, doesn't it? At the tech giant. He spent 2 years in the company's top policy job. In the announcement, Clegg wrote, "It was true. It truly has been an adventure of a lifetime, and I hope I played some role." hello. We're back. I'm there. Dodgy microphone. Right, back now. Oh, cheers for that. How long's that been going on for? Oh no, absolutely ages. I've been talking to myself. Oh dear. Well, I've been talking to myself for no reason whatsoever. There you go. Oh, Joe Lefty. Sorry. On. Oh, where am I plugged into? Let me just check something. I'm plugged into. What's going on here? I've got a USB problem. Where am I plugged into? Ah, right, I've changed USBs. I keep losing my connection. How's that? We're back again there. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, keep an eye on my little green light. I've got a little light on there. Make sure I keep an eye on that. Oh, dear me. Back. Yeah, okay. Nice one. Why are you still talking in silence? It just dropped out. The USB literally just dropped out, and I don't know why. Bad connection, maybe? Like, I've moved everything about. Maybe I've done something I shouldn't have done. I've got... it's getting a bit of a mess, as you can probably see. You know, okay. I was plugged in there. Oh, sorry, I was plugged in that one then. No, that one didn't work for some reason. Yeah. And that's what I tell my audio is on there. See, it's working. I normally have the chat up on its own, but it's on there at the minute. So it's, yeah, I would have seen it a bit sooner. So that's my fault. I do apologise. There you go. That'll do. That'll do. Bit wonky. Oh, I suppose it matters. Oh dear. I do know what. Are these things sent to try? So the green light's still on, by the way. So that's still going up and down, so that's a good sign. Something wrong with this USB. That's so annoying. Never mind. Yeah, it's Trump. He sat on it. He sat on my boot button. I do have a boot button, which is And that, yeah, but it goes orange when it goes into boot. No, so damn it. So silence is golden. Yeah. Back now for now. Yeah, where was I anyway after that? Nick Clegg. Anyway, Nick Clegg has left, and the Republican, basically a Trump sympathiser, has took the place. So I do wonder if they threatened Mark Zuckerberg. He looks so uncomfortable in that speech. He didn't look. I know he's reading off a teleprompter, but he looked like he wasn't happy about it. Like he's been forced to, because everything he's saying really was. It was just rubbish, wasn't it? It really was rubbish. His reasoning behind it wasn't believable. So Mark Zuckerberg has just kissed her in. He's capitulated to Trump. He really has, and it's. I think the only thing you can really do is just say it's solid. It's just. I know lots of people have already blocked that platform, but I think you're either going to have your wits about you. Now you're going to be pushed a load of women and propaganda, which means it's going to make it nasty. Because you know what these flipping ads are like, and what these people start sharing them and political ads, and you get ridiculous. Just turn into X. It'll just turn into X. He did the right thing in removing politics off the platform. You know, regarding promotional material. It's the same old story again. It's parties with the most money, just like football. Like football clubs with the most money are the ones who get ahead. You know, with Nigel Farage with his 100 million from Elon Musk that he's probably not going to get now. After Elon Musk said, "Well, I don't think he's the right person to lead the Reform Party Limited. Major shareholder of one." Still don't understand how it can be democratic, but there you go. Right, there we go. And Mike Johnson is now well, he got voted in as Speaker of the House. Unfortunately, and he's been spouting out the rubbish as well. Going on about Medicare and what have you. Now, if I put that there, I'll show what I mean. He made this speech in is it in Congress? Regarding Donald Trump.
As part of that, are you open at all to cuts to entitlement programs, specifically to Medicare?
No, look, the president has made very clear Social Security and Medicare have to be preserved, and we are not, no one is coming in with the intention of cutting benefits in any way or anything, but we have to look at all spending and look at it very deliberately while maintaining those commitments.
Let's be honest, he has said that, including Elon Musk, who quite frankly is, well, he's running the president-elect, isn't he? He's in control. To be fair, they've been saying it all along.
The Republican Party is not going to cut benefits, okay? We've made that very clear over and over and over, and that's the commitment of the White House and the commitment of this Republican conference. We do know, however, at the same time, there are many, many areas of fraud, waste, and abuse. The government is too large. The agencies are too many. They have too many divisions and employees and all the rest, and there will be a very deliberate auditing of all of that in various aspects as we go through the process. The DOGE...
Why are you auditing it unless you actually want to make cuts?
Initiative, the project is going on simultaneously, and we'll be dovetailing all that together.
As part of that, are you open at all to cut?
I'll trust them as far as I can throw them. There you go. Right, so... I'll talk a little bit about Jess Phillips, because what's been happening to her recently is totally out of hand. You know, Elon Musk effectively attacking her online, along with others, but especially her, because it wasn't justified, by no means justified. If anything, she's done so much to help people who she's been charged to look after. More recently, but also before she was even in politics. You know, like rape victims, what? It's disgusting, absolutely disgusting. But if you like her or not, it's irrelevant. It shouldn't have actually. This behaviour shouldn't be allowed. And I would like to see a much tougher response by. I'll just check my microphone again. By Elon Musk. Elon Musk. I'd like to see a tougher response to Elon Musk by Keir Starmer. To be honest, I think we need to see something happening in some laws passed, or the online safety bill. That should be able to deal with it. The laws are there. You can implement them. Just because the guy's got money and's got a platform, don't mean to say we have to flip and abide by him. What the heck? Blog him. Yeah, there'll be people on the streets flipping, protesting. Oh, yeah, my freedom of speech. Bugger him. Just block it. Brazil did it, and yes, they had protests on the streets about it. Well, so what? These aren't the people who's going to ever win over anyway. So we stand by Jess. Telford survivors criticise Musk's attack on Jess Phillips. And this is exclusive by the victims of male violence. Sign a letter praising Minister for devoting her life to fighting for women and girls. And it's really distressed her. Because she's been getting a lot of death threats as well. For what? Now, I mentioned this before about Joe Cox several times. And obviously Amos as well. But Joe Cox was basically attacked on the basis of propaganda. And some of that was fueled by like Nigel Farage. This is not acceptable behaviour. And this is not freedom of speech. This is bollocks. Freedom of speech, that's bollocks. So a group of victims of gender... Oh, hang on. Let me just get it back up here. Gender-based violence has criticised Elon Musk for his remarks attacking Jess Phillips. Now, in a letter shared with The Guardian with seven women, including 3 survivors of the Telford sexual abuse scandal, came to the Labour MP's defence and said that there was no one in public life who has done more to support victims and survivors and to advocate for their interests. If anyone's actually watched House of Parliament, TV and what have you, on a regular basis, like I do, and listen to Jess Phillips talk about this stuff, she's flipping. She certainly gets her point across. Unfortunately, at the time when she was in opposition and the others weren't listening, but she's she's a pretty strong individual, really. But when you you feel her life's at risk, she's worried about her children as well. Their intervention came after Musk, billionaire, Tesla boss, who is in line for the senior role of Donald Trump's, Doge and all that, on the flipping hell. Well, he said Phillips should be jailed and called her a rape genocide apologist, which is absolutely disgusting thing to say about anyone, really. And let's be honest about it. They're using his platform. They're using X to communicate. They use WhatsApp to communicate, which is Mark Zuckerberg's platform. Meta. Yes, Elon Musk is a vulgar slob, and so is his dad, Errol Musk, who likes to mate with his daughter-in-laws. Yes, lovely man. So, his comments came after Phillips rejected a request for government-led public inquiry into the child sexual exploitation in Oldham. Now, that's because she said, no, there's no need for an inquiry because, well, there's already one being done. Now, what the original inquiry didn't look into is ethnicity, race and creed and all that. Oh, were they Pakistani men? Now, this is really unfair. There's like I think there's about 200 cases or something, or known offenders who happen to be Pakistani, but there's flipping thousands and thousands of Pakistani men in the United Kingdom, and not all flipping sex offenders. It's just ridiculous. And it was right not to include that, because all it does is create more division. What you need to do is make sure that you've got a legal system in place and the police to be able to arrest these people and charge them and get them in jail. But no, we've got people waiting 7-8 years who have been raped to get to court to see justice. All it does is, instead of nipping it in the bud, all it does is just drags and just makes them relive the whole thing in their heads again. There should be a law against that. So in October, Phillips instructed Oldham Council to carry out its own investigation similar to those set up. Hello, Joel, hope you well. I'm live, I am. Carry out its own investigation similar to those set up in Rochdale and Telford. The three of the letter signatories, Holly Archer, Joanne Phillips, and Scarlett Jones, are survivors of that, the grooming scandal in Telford. All three use pseudonyms. So the other four signatories, Julie Devi, Carol Gould, Emma Ambler, and Nor Norris, have lost a female relative to gender-based violence or have suffered domestic abuse. It's... Who in their right mind would actually write that about Jess Phillips anyway, or about anybody? Who would write that and post it on your platform and knowing full well you've got a massive following? They're just trying to attack absolutely everyone. They're trying to attack absolutely every other country. Actually, maybe the agenda is, okay, we want to be an insular country. We don't want to have anything to do with anybody else unless they're buying our stuff. How do we do that? We'll make it so they don't like us. You know? We'll be billionaire mates. In a response to Musk, coordinated by the women's group, Killed Women, the women said that those who weaponise our pain for their own ends or political gain should hang their heads in shame. Well said. There you go. Now, Musk, who is the richest man or person in the world, or is he? Is it Putin? Has used his social media platform X to share false and unsubstantiated claims. False basically means it's a lie, doesn't it? It's just lies. It's not real. It is fake news, so it's not even news. Just lies, just done to rile people up. So unsubstantiated claims about Keir Starmer and his government since Labour came into power. A lot of the problems were when the Tories were in power. They did this inquiry, didn't they? It cost 200 million. It took 7 years to do. It was basically a delaying tactic, so no one has to deal with it. 200 million. How much could you have done with a police force with 200 million to actually deal with it? Actually do some good. These inquiries lead nowhere half the flipping time. They're like a tick box exercise. They might educate, they might learn a few things, but 200 million quid's worth. Undercover policemen. You know. Men in drag. I don't know what they're into. Dare me. But disgusting though. It's just awful. Are we right as victims of extreme male violence? And the letter said that connects us all beyond our shared trauma and the support and the kindness that we have received from Jess Phillips over the years, personally as activists fighting for change. Now we know there are those who would weaponise our pain for their own ends or political gain, who speak out and new found interest. They're not really interested. They're not interested in tackling the horrendous crimes that stole so much from us, but to further their own agenda. Exactly. It's exactly what Elon Musk is doing. Exactly what Donald Trump is doing. Exactly what oh crikey, what was his name again? Dishonest Bob Jenrick. What he said, that was disgusting as well. It's just, it's trying to label everybody as the same, isn't it? And it doesn't actually do any good. It doesn't deal with it. Doesn't actually get the job done. I believe all these inquiries, some of them important, obviously, but like Partygate and all that sort of stuff, just arrest the bloody lot of them. You know what they've done. You don't need a Partygate. You just arrest them. There's photographs there. There you are. That's good enough. That's the evidence. Oh, there's a video of you knocking the table over and dancing with the other woman with a dodgy jumper on. It's just nuts. Just waste of taxpayers' money when they could be dealing with it. You got to be obviously sensible, but it can't be that difficult, can it? He gets away with claiming freedom of speech, but that's not even freedom of speech, is it? There's a thing called slander, and he'd slandered her. He's also been slandering Keir Starmer. Keir Starmer was asked when he was making this, he had the press address, and they asked him, "Are you going to, slander a case or words that effect against Elon Musk?" He didn't answer it. Maybe he should. Not answer. I mean, maybe that's what they should do. Because that's not freedom of speech, is it? Their problem with fitting Elon Musk, he'll demand it to be heard in the fitting Texas court, won't he? And they're favourable towards Elon Musk, so he probably knows it's a bit of a total waste of money and go nowhere. But you could take it to court. You could do it in your own courts, and then he'd be for not. He doesn't turn up. He never turns up anyway. So he doesn't turn up, and then you can arrest him if he ends up flying into the country anytime. So campaigners and activists, we fight every day to stop what happened to us or our loved ones happening to anyone else. And we stand by Jess Phillips, knowing that she has devoted her life to fighting for women and girls. I don't understand why Elon Musk thought it was a good idea attacking her, because at the end of the day, I thought it was fairly common knowledge what they're going to ask her to follow the politics, don't they? I thought it was common knowledge what she's up to, what she does, how driven she is on those causes. You might think she's terrible, I don't know, but she's not. Regarding that, no one can really argue that she hasn't worked really hard at it. What about the children? Won't somebody please think of the children, say the right-wing knobheads? But how will putting the survivors through reliving that nightmare help them? It won't. It won't, will it? Anything like that has to be dealt with quickly, and they go through the courts quickly. You can't be dragging it up 7 years later. You just can't. That's just wrong. Now, my dear wife, she's traumatised because her previous husband was violent. All right, he's dragged around by her legs and her stockings and stuff like that. He's a nasty piece of work, drunk, horrible man. And David Hollander's his name. If you want to go and beat him up, used to live at 9-4 Close in Forbes and Andrew. So anyway, horrible man. I just doxed him, didn't I? And she's traumatized, but it's times like, for instance, if I corner her, she gets stressed. Panics. Even messing about with her and stuff like that, she really panics, and she knows well I'm not going to do anything to her because I never have, never would. It's not what I'm about. But he just beat the hell out of her. Horrible man. And Nobby Jitherick is a helmet. I love to squish my red rosy cheeks and pat my head. Guess what? I'm not gay at all, but it is not probably... Oh, it is not probably a virus. What? What the hell? And who doesn't cuddle a child? I cuddle my kids. The grandchildren, what have you. There's nothing wrong with cuddling a kid. Also, if a kid wants it, wants it to be cuddled. The thing is, it's like, how many people, photograph their kids playing with bubbles in the bath and stuff like that? We have, but you wouldn't dare show anybody, would you? that has got. I think that's gone all. A lot of that stuff's gone too far. But you wouldn't put it on Facebook or stuff. You shouldn't do stuff like that. They're just kids playing. Kids running around after them and naked. If you're getting turned on by that, there's something seriously wrong with you. For God's sake. There are people like that, obviously, but they're the ones that need to be locked up, aren't they? Maybe that's how we do it. When we get little kids, we strip them naked, we run down the streets, and when we see all the pervy paedophiles running after them, we know we can arrest them and lock them up. That's what we do. Yeah. And chemically castrate them or something. Oh, dear. Money, money, money. He's all about money. Joe Lefty. His friends. DV. What's DV? Sorry. I don't know what DV is. I'll kick myself and tell me. Elon doing Shakespeare. A horse tugged me off for a horse. Did he do something like that? Not with a horse, but he might have done with a horse. I don't know about a horse, but didn't he sexual advances on somebody for money? Somebody spoke out about it. I can't remember who it was now. Joe Lefty said, I grew up in Oldham, and it's full of right-wing idiots who will fall for this crap. Fortunately, they're easy to win over, aren't they? With that kind of rhetoric. Elon Musk's new hairline plus bow. Oh yes, he's got hair implants, hasn't he? He got hair plugs. Oh, quite, he was, wasn't he? Elon Musk was very. That's a good point. I wonder if he's on that flight manifest. Because Elon Musk, there's a picture of Elon Musk and Ghislaine Maxwell together. Just like there is with Donald Trump and Ghislaine Maxwell and. So what's that about? That's okay. I need to go over and check all my Eurospeeds, make sure they're okay. Even Tommy Robinson, Mr. Yaxley Yennon, takes a vulture capitalism to a whole new level. The amount of money he has gained from their misery, has he donated any of it to help them survive? Good point, actually. They haven't, have they? That's a very good point. He's going on about all this stuff. I didn't see any philanthropy from Elon Musk to those causes. In fact, he's quite a tight bugger, actually. He's not very good at that sort of thing. Unlike Bill Gates. Bill Gates is given shitloads. And so was Warren Buffett. I talked about the other day, didn't I? But here we go. Let me come. Anyway, I'm going to sign off in a minute. Because I've done, what, nearly 2 hours? Oh, I have done over 2 hours, 8 minutes. And my throat was about to collapse on me. I had loads of stuff I wanted to talk about, but I obviously had plenty going in my head. That's about Facebook and stuff, but yeah. But, end of the day, it's all gone to pot. The end is nigh. The end is nigh. Oh, dear. Anyway. If you want to support Jan, do it on Patreon or Bar Scarfy, and the links down below. There's also super chats as well, but I'm at cock off anyway, so. Tories don't get donated. There we go. Oh no, what's happened? Come back. Oh, it's just. Whew. Yes, there we are. I'll check again. So, the Tommy Supercatcher offered a female SpaceX employee. Oh, that is it, yeah. That's it, remember that? Yeah, that was about the horse, wasn't it? So he offered a female, this is Elon Musk, right? He offered a female SpaceX employee a horse if she would play with his little wiener. For God's sake. They're unbelievable, aren't it seems to me, alright, those who are criticising about these gangs and what have you, right wing, these grooming, so-called grooming gangs, are the ones doing the grooming. They are the problem. Go on about these grooming gangs, which do need to be dealt with, obviously. But why aren't we going after the church? How many schools, boarding schools, have been, even the one that James O'Brien went to, they was investigated. That explains a lot. But it's always those at the top, isn't it, causing the problems. They think they've got control of everybody and they can do what they like to them. This is dystopia, isn't it? That's what we're heading for. We're heading for dystopia. Anyway, what say you? Please leave it in the chat or in the comments down below. Because I'm about to sign off. No worries, Joel. Nice to see you here, mate. Yeah, don't forget to beat the like button. There you go. I don't even know how many likes I got. I ain't checked. Let's have a look. I have to refresh the page. Oh, we've got 69 likes. A nice one. Okay. Anyway, it's time to make a move. So, appreciate everyone for joining us. Yeah, and it's nice to see Dave McGuinness here as well. And thanks, Joe, for popping in. It's very kind of you. And also Mad Monk, who's been looking after the trolls. It does attract them in the vertical format, but people have asked. Not everyone likes the vertical anyway, but I do it for a reason, because it goes into the short feed, so it gives an opportunity to reach different people as well. So, but I am doing the normal live feeds as well, like I did on Sunday, and I'm probably going to stick with that on Sundays in the horizontal format. Can't guarantee what sort of time it's going to be. It's going to be similar sort of time, but I have to be I have to be careful with my voice, because there's problems there. So I'll do them in horizontal format, so that'll be into the other normal place. You get notifications and stuff. Anyway, it's time for me to go. So say toodaloo, So have a lovely day or night. Have a nice Thursday. Maybe Friday even, I don't know. What's the day? Oh my god, it's Thursday. Blimey, it's for me anyway. Toodaloo. Actually, it's a Wednesday. I've lost all track of time. I'm terrible. Toodaloo.